Elisha and Elijah is a very, very elaborate case of how a younger prophet can pursue the grace of a higher prophet. And I want us to talk about this difference with some of the prophets we see, and some of the prophetess we see, and some of the disciples we know in SCOAN. Now, Elisha followed Elijah. Just to give you the framework of what used to happen then. Elisha joined the sons of the prophet in the school of the prophet. Then there was a school of the prophets. How do I know? You all read in the places where the sons of the prophets went to cut trees to build a bigger tent, a bigger place for them to fit in. You all have read that. So I don't want to get deeper into it. So these sons of the prophet, they were all in the same place with Elisha, together with their father Elijah. And most of the times when you find out, when Elisha now craved for the double anointing, the double grace from Elijah, he got his piece of answer that you've asked a hard thing, but he persisted to follow until the day he got the mantle. Now, the question that lingers in my spirit and in my heart every day, where were the rest of the sons of the prophet? Because sometimes you will hear them asking questions. Elisha, mockingly, with ridicule. Elijah, when is your father? You have sometimes they would mock him and say, you are here. Your father has been taken away by the winds. So it means they knew. They knew very well this man will ascend to the heavens on a chariot. Maybe they didn't know exactly how he will be taken up, but they knew, they had a clue that there will be a time when Elijah will be taken away from them. But now my question a second time, were they not interested in the grace Elijah had? And if they were interested, what kind of grace were they waiting for? Because we see only Elisha very keen in the double portion of the anointing Elijah carried. And these other prophets, sons of the prophets that were training also the disciples, let me call them the disciples of Elijah that were training to be prophets then, they also wanted the same grace. If they did not want the same grace, they would not be in the place. You understand? So they wanted the same grace of a prophet, but they had nothing to pay for. They didn't want to take any close interest with what was happening. So Elisha remained, and Elisha took the mantle in the end of the day. Now, in SCOAN, we also have the same scenario, where there are the disciples and the evangelists and the prophets and the prophetesses, the last ones, the last generation, the last generation I'm talking about. Some of them were keen to follow. Some of them were very busy. Just like the previous video, we were talking about this man that prayed prophetically. And that's exactly what happened. Now, where were the rest? Where were other disciples? Okay, I don't want to ask so much of that. But then, if we can see, there will always be someone that will look foolish. Let me use the word in quote, foolishness. Sometimes this thing, for you to be patient enough, you will lose sense to so many people. They will not see sense of waiting, that you are waiting. Some people will see you are not fit for what you are looking for. I leave you to deduce the rest. I leave you to analyze the rest. And you people come to the comment section, my brothers and sisters, and tell us, what do you think? What happened? In the case of Elisha and Elijah, let's frame it into this case of our brothers and sisters, our prophets and prophetesses, the disciples, and our prophet TB Joshua and Mama Evelyn Joshua in SCOAN and see how we come out with this. I'm Timothy Profitable, your servant in the vineyard. See you next time.